Hello everyone, it's Almighty Schwan here, and this video has been one that should have been uploaded a while ago. The reason why it took this long is that I have made different iterations of this. This means I rewrote this multiple times, and I think I figured out how I want to approach this video. Throughout this video, I will be talking about social media, Twitch, TikTok, the channels, and what is going to be the future of content creation. This has been one of the things that I have personally not been very active on in the last few months. That being said, I do want to, in the future, be more active on it and try to get my thoughts out and, of course, promote my content that I am planning on doing. I also want to talk about Backlog.com and what is happening with this. Sadly, because I haven't had the time for it, I haven't been able to write the reviews I originally wanted to do. So I stopped promoting it, and I am going to keep it around just in case I ever want to come back to it. Therefore, things will be changing on all social media in the future. Everyone knows I've been taking a break from streaming for the last few months. To nobody's surprise, I do miss the interaction I had with chat. But that being said, that doesn't mean I am planning on coming back anytime soon. I do have a plan in the future to come back to streaming, but right now, I don't know when that will be or what the plan with the channel is going to be. Now, when that time comes, I will do a big announcement and post it everywhere. But for right now, everything will stay the same as it was. Now with TikTok, I have no clue what is happening with it. Now you might be asking yourself, why don't you know what's happening with it? Well, it might sound easy, but it's not. The reason why I say that is because I don't know if it's going to be banned in the US, and because of that, it makes me feel like, what's the point of doing it? I do want to make clips and post on there and maybe do some news stories, but the looming presence of it getting banned makes me nervous to start doing it. That being said, if I do start TikTok, then I will let everyone know at that time. This part was probably the hardest to write, and the reason for that is that I had a whole different idea of what I wanted the ending of this video to be. So instead of having multiple parts talking about each channel, I decided to group them all together and talk about two of them quickly and the other in more depth. Let's start with the channel that probably won't be getting any more videos, and that is Schwan's React. Now, the reason for this is because I got way over my head and I thought I could do this in two other channels. I will admit that it was dumb of me to try to do this because I soon realized that I just don't have the time to do reactions. Now, for the Almighty Schwan, I do have a plan for this channel in the works, but it's going to be in the future. So the plan right now is to keep this channel and eventually do something with it. The last one is Schwan's Gaming, and over the last couple of months, I have realized that I am doing more quantity over quality. Now, with that being said, what is the plan? The plan is to eventually do what I want to with this channel. As much as I do enjoy playing video games, I have realized I am playing games that have nothing in common with each other. I want the channel to have more structure around it. Instead of playing what is coming out next or playing what might be able to get me views, I want to play games that I enjoy and games to share with each other. So with that being said, I hope everyone understands my decision on this. Now you might be wondering about many things that were not talked about in this video. The reason for that is that I have made a decision that I think it is the best for me and the best for everyone, but that decision is I'm going to step away from content creation in general. Now, the reason why I have gotten to this point is mostly on me. I will admit that. I had big plans that I kept realizing that I just don't have the time for. or things out of my control end up happening. This doesn't mean I will be gone forever, but I will be gone for a while. This does mean no more uploads to Schwann's Gaming, and any future playthroughs will be set on the shelf for the future. I do have plans for the Almighty Schwann and Schwann's Gaming in the future, but I need time to figure it out. I hope everyone understands the decision I have made today. I love making content. I want to try to be better at it. But to get better at it, I do need time to figure out what the plan for Twitch, the YouTube channels, and many more things too. I hope everyone enjoyed the ride we were on, and I hope everyone enjoys the ride we are going to be taking in the future. I hope everyone has a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and I'll catch you all on the next journey. Bye! Hello everyone. If you made it to the end of this video and you watched the outro and you decided to stick around a little bit longer, this is going to be pretty much a unedited, mostly unedited version of this entire thing. Now, the first thing I want to start off, I still personally cannot use my V2 model. It is just broken to all hell and back, and I have not been able to fix it for multiple months. So here we are. Now, if you are here, you might be wanting more explanations on many of the things that we talked about in this video, and I am going to explain as much as I can in a finite amount of time, so this ends up not being like a 20-minute video, and so on and so forth. Let's talk about me stepping away from content creation in general. I said that this is on me, and it is on me, and it is 100% on me because I had big inspirations on what I wanted to do, and I had all these thoughts, I had all these ideas, I had all these things that I wanted to do, but I realized that I just don't have the time to do it. Obviously, I do have a normal job. I do work that job for money, and the realization is that I just only have a finite amount of time to try to do, per se, if I wanted to do reactions and then gameplay and then all this other stuff. It just would add up more, and it would have just been an overload on myself because I do edit these videos myself, and it would have definitely not helped the situation that I'm currently in now. Let's talk about, even to the point, let's plays. Why am I getting burnt out? To be honest, by the time you see this video, I haven't not uploaded. Obviously, I've been uploading, but I haven't recorded anything in weeks for Let's Plays. I just kind of abandoned those games that I was playing. Death Stranding, The Outer Worlds, I just did not want to play them. And I was been playing games that I generally just want to play on my own finally. To a point, I beat Clair Obscure Expedition 33 more recently. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to do that all the time. There is going to be massive changes to the channel for Schwann's Gaming. The things that I want to do is more of a structure base and really focus maybe only on 2 genres of games instead of just throwing, you know, a dart at the dartboard and be like, hey, I'm just gonna play this game. I do not think that is the best course of action to go with. I do eventually want to come back to recording videos, but if I'm going to come back and record videos down the line, I do want to take my time on each individual episode. So there is probably going to be less episodes every week, but more of a quality to them than I'm just gonna record, post it up online and just call it a day, and with really no editing at all, because I set an agenda for myself to do all of this stuff. And I do think I need to take a step back, take a breather, figure out what I want to do in the future for the Let's Plays and this, the Almighty Schwann, and for Twitch itself. And this definitely comes into a whole thing with even Twitch. There is a point to me, I do want to come back, but there is a lot of things I have to do on my own back end to make sure that I am going to what I want to do. Like, am I going to only stream 2 times a week, 1 time a week, 3 times a week? I really have to structure and set a boundary for myself and not try to do what I did for the last 2 years. There's a lot of things that I personally want to do. There's a lot of things I personally want to inevitably do, but that's going to take time. That's going to take patience. And I'm hoping that y'all are going to stick with me for that. And whenever that time comes, I will make an announcement on YouTube and many other social media sites. That also does mean that I'm not going to be vanishing off the face of the earth. I will post on Twitter and I will post on Blue Sky here and there, and if there is things to talk about. But that being said, I'm really hoping that y'all are ready for the next ride, the next journey, the next future of what it is. But anyway, like I said, this is probably going to be the last bye you're going to hear for a while. And I hope everyone understands the decision that I have made and the decision that I am going with for the future of everything for me in content creation. Anyway, I hope everyone has a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I'll catch you all in the next video whenever that ever decides to come up. Bye.